Hello boys, my name is Yoshi and welcome back to my blind playthrough 100% of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong Adventure. Where in the previous video, we completed pretty much all the other challenges the game has to offer. If you're wondering why my manas are a little bit low, that's because I actually went back and got some weapons, but we're not going to do any more because we need to go into all of the ultimate challenges, the hardest challenges in the game. We're just going to go straight into it with number 1, Jungle Joust. Now, these are going to be a little bit different because, yes, there are unique objectives in the game. They are a little bit different, and we also can only use planters, so... Okay, this looks really challenging. 30 enemies, but they're split around the entire map. And our hunters are split as well, so this is going to be a bit tricky to do. If anybody is confused on what I'm using, I'll just show you. This is what I have with Donkey Kong. I might change that up depending on the setup. This is Rabbid Peach, and this is Rabbid Cranky. Just in case anybody wants to copy this build. And weapons. I'm just using all of the ultimate ones this time around. You get your ultimate weapons much earlier in this game. They're also not nearly as powerful as their previous version. Other than adding in some extra doesn't really do much. Well, let's go in. So we are surrounded by enemies here. And there's still more that we technically have to deal with as well. Alright. Like I did with the other ultimate challenges, I'll do a full playthrough first to see what it's like, and then maybe figure out if I should change anything later. Like most of these other battles, though, we're going to start off by luring all of the enemies to an area close to Donkey Kong. We pretty much need this to do this battle, otherwise it's going to be very tough. Oh, we didn't crit. It's the first time in a while that we didn't crit this. Okay, well, we're gonna have to... I don't want to leave them standing here, so of course we're gonna have Cranky jump right in, finish off as many as he can. Only one shield enemy there, too. Well, looks like we're gonna be dealing a lot of pain to ourselves in this first part. We can't let any of them survive, obviously. If they survive, they're just gonna do a lot more damage, so we'll just have to do a sacrifice here, take a bunch of extra damage in response, but hopefully this will help us out a bit. As for what we're gonna do over here, I'm gonna just have Peach immediately use a sentry on these enemies here. Okay, that time it crit. Alright, good. So those enemies are at least defeated. And then we're gonna dash these two and team jump someone to restore themselves. I'm not gonna heal right away because there might be more. I also don't even know where to go with Peach. Yeah, whatever, I'll just put her here, I guess. The main thing I was trying to do with her is team jump to remove the freeze. Con could at least do something. And we'll use Stink Giant right away. Because I can't tell when the enemies are coming. Didn't. Alright. That one survived. Cool, he got inked. So I had to skip his turn there. Okay, we have more smashers to deal with now. I'm just gonna have Peach do her turn first this time. We should try to dash the remaining enemies first before we do anything now. Should I... Do I risk her up, or do I just do something else? You know what? I'm gonna do this. Her dash and take out this enemy. But have her focus on the smashers mostly, because the smashers are gonna be the biggest problem here typically. Like they've always been. These ones are especially annoying due to their ability to weaken. Okay, now we're gonna do the grab, but we're gonna do it with this smasher here. That's not enough range, okay. I guess we could just throw them back onto each other, but I kind of wanted to something with that enemy as well. Also wanted to be able to enemies too. You know what? Since Donkey Kong doesn't really have a choice of words, but I still want to get the hit, I've decided I'm gonna go up here. Actually, before I even pick up, I can trigger an automatic attack. By doing this. This works. Alright. It was a bit of a tricky turn, but we got rid of the enemies I was going for. And Cranky has a pretty easy turn from here. I was mostly focusing on defeating the Ziggies first, obviously. Okay, he doesn't really have much of a turn set up, so we're gonna have to just attack from here. We inked them, so they won't be able to attack at least. And we'll sleep so they don't attack us. And we'll put Monkey like right here, maybe. We have 6 turns to do this. So we have plenty of time to try and attempt getting this done. Alright, we woke up, and there's some more shield enemies. Figuring out the priority on the list is gonna be kind of tricky. Well, for starters, Peach is in kind of a terrifying spot. So before we even do the turns, we should have Peach immediately attack these enemies on the right. Thankfully we got a crit, and so yeah, okay, cool, we did that. Peach's dash is going to actually come into nice play here. As you can see, we can defeat all these summoners immediately. Unfortunately, it does leave her with not many options to go. I'm considering whether or not to heal or not, or do something else. These are ultimate challenges, so you don't have to survive them with all characters necessarily. I think this is probably the safest spot that doesn't get me in trouble. I'm gonna focus on the spot on the right, obviously, after this. So we're gonna shield. I've seen how dangerous summoners can be if you just leave them, that's for sure. Okay, I want to have a more safety when it comes to defeating the enemies. So, I'm considering whether or not to Cranky or just throw something else instead. As well as where to put Donkey Kong. Okay, well, for sure I want to weaken some of these guys, at the very least. That crit's not strong, but that could work. I think the safe play is to use Stink Eye, but attack the Smashers because they're gonna do more damage. But then have a crit set up so that I can immediately attack a second time. Okay, alright, never mind, it didn't matter. Even though he survived, we still have Stink Eye for one, and he also got attacked aggressively, so that's pretty good. We're gonna just have Cranky go over here and take out these enemies. Basically, we just want to defeat the groups of enemies as much as we can. The more we can defeat, the easier it'll be. Alright. And with that, we've removed another majority of the enemies now, and we're pretty much already in victory. It's nice that for once the first ultimate challenge is not nearly as bad as it was before. It had some intimidating moments to it, and this still sort of does have intimidating moments to it, but it's not nearly as bad as the first ultimate challenge that I had to do on the base game. That, in my opinion, was way, way more difficult. Anyway. Rabbid Peach, I'm just gonna send you over here. Purposely attack this reduced enemy. They'll both take damage here. And then I'm gonna heal up with Rabbid Peach just for safety. Probably didn't need it, but I think we're pretty much done here. Yeah, if we just pick up this guy and then go here, I guess, and throw him at him severed. Now we can defeat him with a melee attack or a basic attack setup, whichever one ends up working. Okay, yeah, did I close enough? I think we're just gonna give him the Donkey Kong special here. And this is the end of the first battle, just like that. A little bit easier ultimate challenge this time around on the first pain. In fact, we did it on our first try, although considering what happened the last time. Oh wow, we get a lot of bananas for this, so I was kind of right. You can just get most of the weapons by just getting... You just get so much excess bananas from these challenges that you can just get all of the stuff you need. So I think I actually wasted time grinding. But of course, how would I have known that? Like, for all we care, it could have been only 100 like the last time. Okay, so now this one's going to be a lot more trickier. In fact, it's, like, just looking at this is really wacky. So we have stopped the smugglers, but they are literally spread throughout a freaking massive area, and it's so... We are split as well. Ugh. I need to make sure my characters have pipe movement, because there's a lot of pipes in this area. Okay, we have pipe movement. I'm not gonna wait any longer. Let's just get into this. So, we actually have a Nightmare full-based battle. There are at least, there's 11 smugglers. 11 different smugglers with several different shortcuts they can take too. That's why I say this is kind of nightmare fuel, because if we don't know what we're doing here, we can just not only get destroyed here, but there's just so much going on. Like, you have to kind of figure out who to target here. Anyways, this one pretty much takes that other battle that I said had a lot of movement that you had to do, but pretty much ups it to 11. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, holy crap, there's so much different movement that you can do in this battle that I have no idea where to even start. In fact, I probably should just look at Tacticam here, make this easier. So let's see here. We have 2 Smashers over here. Most of the majority seem like they're over here, but we can't attack those guys because to somewhere else. These ones are probably closer to the Fane than others. Then we have ones over here, and yeah, you can see this is not really a good setup. And now you can see why I'm confused. I don't want to leave these guys around because I feel like they're gonna mess me up if I don't do something, but I also don't want to move too much because I feel like I might get really confused. All I know, though, is that if we want to win this battle, Donkey Kong is once again going to be a very key component of this. Since he can grab enemies and move them away, we need to basically be able to pick which enemy that we can not only reach with Donkey Kong, but attack with him so that he can constantly do other stuff. And by the way, I did set up a combo there so I can manage. Unfortunately, we did not finish off that enemy that we were trying to go for. And we got knocked out of bounds. I have no idea where we'll spawn. Okay, that's fine. Basically, though, our only method of probably getting through this is to not only make sure that we take out the smugglers every round, every character is probably going to have to work together on this one. Because if we don't split things up, they are going to make it to various locations. Based off of what I'm looking at, though, this whole left side of the board is kind of the biggest nightmare right now. It's all on this side over here, probably, is the worst spot that we can do. So we'll have to do different things for each character. And we also need to make sure that we have good movement, because if we don't, it can be a bit tricky. I will say, though, the pipes are spaced out just perfectly that it seems like some characters may be able to do damage. And do damage we can. In case you haven't noticed, Rabbid Peach has a lot of movement. So from the looks of it, we're going to be moving around pretty much the entire board and maximizing not only our side damage, but our offensive damage as well to try and get as much damage in as we can. Because, these summoners are kind of spread out everywhere. If even a single one gets found, it feels like we could lose at any time, so this will definitely take a little while. The turn counter is also 5, though it probably won't matter in the end, because the summoners are probably going to make it if they are not taken out within a certain time frame. So I guess the main key with the battle is you need to keep on using the pipes to get as much set up as we can. Okay. I don't want them to go to this side area, but nor do I want them to stay in, so since these enemies are nice and close to Peach, we're gonna have Rabbid Peach use a crit here to hopefully weaken them a bit. And we basically need to segment our characters to go to different parts of the board. Donkey Kong is focused on mostly the middle and some other parts of the board. I think he is probably going to focus more on, like, the right side of the board. Like, the spots towards the edge. As well as taking out specific ones that might be in tricky locations. And I think right now this one is the most dangerous one, but there's also ones over here and here as well. There's just so much to do. So little time. Okay, I think I don't want to go for that one right away. In fact, I want to go for these two, actually, and set up a Pink Eye combo to take them both out. By the way, don't worry that we haven't taken out too many of them yet, because this battle is kind of tricky. In case you haven't noticed, this one is kind of a choose your path segment, but also try to maximize defeating the smugglers on the first try. That's basically what it is. And of course, you also have to maximize the use of your abilities, but probably most important is just having the ability to just do max ups. Okay, cool, that worked. Right. We did exactly what we were doing. So my idea is to have Donkey Kong mostly focus on the middle part of the battle. Rabbid Peach focus on the right side of the battlefield. And Donkey Kong kind of needs to just rotate and do different parts on different battle setups, depending on where the enemies stop. But a lot of this is going to just be checking priorities of who's going to go to the spots first and figure out who's closer and just figure out what our priorities are. Okay, well, I think it's pretty obvious what our turn setup is now. Interesting, he went that way instead. Honestly, just with all the stuff that's going on, this battle is probably going to play a lot with our brain more than anything else. Just a single incorrect move can really lead you to doing some bad stuff, but if you can figure out where to go, it can work out well. You just need to figure out how to maximize your movement. Okay, so I said I needed like a specific enemy to pick up, and I know exactly which one to pick up. This one seems like it should be an obvious pickup, but it's like, at this point, Anki can just take it out anyway, but then there's also the other one. Anyway, I think the setup that I have to do, though, is kind of obvious. I have to pick up this enemy regardless. If I don't pick up that enemy or leave a different enemy around, I'm definitely gonna lose. But what to do from there might be bad, so I think what I might actually have to do is, since Donkey Kong's still here on the side, I should try to make use of his position to team jump with Cranky so he could potentially get a takeout on this enemy. And then that's it. I can't do much else, but I can make him go to sleep. And then I'll have to have Cranky go in and take out that other enemy too across the side. Maybe even just do a little attack to bait him. Basically, we can't be split or in a separate area. We pretty much have to all be in a similar area, and Donkey Kong also has to pick up specific enemies. If he doesn't do that, then there's no way he's gonna... Hey, we're gonna be able to win this battle. The good news is the battle itself is not gonna be that intimidating to do otherwise. But it's pretty obvious what we have to do. We pretty much have to stop all the enemies each time we get a chance. Great, that one's not working well either. I have a fear that I might have messed up my movement. Oh, okay, I found a pattern. This guy's nowhere near the thing, but... There's one that's close over there. But there's several that are close here, so it's like, what do? Do we sneak on, or do we do other stuff? This one might just be a confusing mix of a pattern that I just straight up I'm not gonna know how to do. I get it. We can move around a lot of the spots of the map, but I'm worried because the movement is somewhat limited. Alright, well, I don't want to be here because Rabbid Peach is going to take care of these, but I do need to go through here to get to the spot I need to be. Which, I'm trying to get up to here. Alright. I can't get up there, so I guess I'll back off of this one. And what should I do instead? Maybe go across the swing here? Yeah, that's probably better. Ah, okay, I made it. I can't be in the middle spot, though, or they're gonna run right into the goal anyway. And I'm worried to throw them anywhere but a dumb spot. Okay, well... Ah, frick, I'm so worried because I know if I do this and it doesn't take them out, then they might just make it out anyway. Maybe if I weaken that enemy, we can make it work. But I don't know what else to do here. Sorry if I made this turn a bit long, but there's board is very complicated to navigate because there's so much different choices you can make with your characters. It's hard to know what to do. I'm also considered whether or not to just have Rabbid Peach ignore that particular spot and just focus on something else, or actually even better, I think Rabbid Peach just has to focus on a single monster this turn, but still do dashes. Although I could do different things depending on the setup. In fact, I think what I might have to do is I might just have to set up so, like, also, I can look at Tacticam, right? How far can they move? Oh, they just barely are out of range. Thank goodness. But, here's my problem now. We do not have a guaranteed takeout on these enemies. So if we do not crit, they will just make it and we will lose automatically. But if Peach doesn't do something to that other enemy, we also lose automatically. Yes, here's the problem that I figured out that I'm probably gonna have to do. Peach is gonna have to, for sure, attack this enemy. For sure, it has to be a dash. But then I need to somehow find a way to get back over close enough so I can shoot the enemy. But at the same time, still assist Donkey Kong with some dashing. So I think what I actually need to do is either go back around through the right or go back to the left. And I think that's what I'm going to do here. I do like how these pipes are lined up in just the right way where you can do this. But yeah, I think, yeah, so we're going to have to dash all 4 of these enemies to get a guaranteed kill with Donkey Kong. So there's no way we're going to take them out. And it still might not be perfect. But then from there, what we're going to do is we'll just put Rabbid Peach back in her usual spot, which is going to be like right here. She'll be ready to use a sentry on these enemies that are up ahead, which neither of them should make it to the pipe because they have very slow movement range, last I checked. And then we'll shoot the remaining enemy to defeat it, hopefully, or at least lure it away. They don't chase very far, though. They only chase about 3 spots, but I could have technically checked the range a bit more to see what... Ah, frick. That's a reset. I know that's a reset this time. I did not look at that. Alright, well, obviously this seems a bit complicated, so I've decided... I said I wouldn't cheat the battles, but this one looks a little bit scary, so I'm going to cheat at least a couple of turns. Give me a minute. Yo, I'm back. Okay. I'm gonna play the cheat setup now before I forget. This enemy is honestly not in a very vulnerable spot for himself, so it's not like it matters. Okay, perfect. So the strategy ended up being really weird, honestly. Last I checked. I just need to make sure that I'm in the though. Okay, actually, yeah, I'll just do it. Better than waiting. Oh, I just realized I kind of set this up incorrectly. So, if you're wondering why I sipped that, that's because this battle we kind of need crits to happen. So, I'm going to change things up a bit. We're going to go to the weapons, change everyone back to their golden tier weapons again. The reason why is because we don't have anything we can do extra damage to with smugglers, and the smugglers actually get crit anyways, so it makes more sense to do it like this. So, we switched off of our power weapons, and we have our golden weapons instead. In fact, we'll probably keep that away unless we need it. Anyway, I'll replay this turn and then sure I'm not like forgetting stuff. And yes, I know it looks tempting to go a different route, but trust me, I know what I'm doing. A lot of this battle is basically just a planning carefully of your memory setup. Like, you pretty much need to know what enemies to hit, which ones to prioritize, and which enemies to grab with Donkey Kong. With the right power, Donkey Kong can grab pretty much any enemy he wants, and you very much need to figure out which one to take out. But you need to be very otherwise the setup could be really bad. Anyways, I'm gonna do it slightly different because I think there might be a different enemy that might come in that I could attack later. So, I will attack, then do Hairy Eye. This is what the turn said to do. Now, for Rabbid Peach, this one's going to be a bit more complicated, but also a bit more simple. It's also going to target the different enemies than I initially anticipated. Alright, so I'm just waiting for the video to catch up. Alright. And I think I know what to do from here. So we're going to attack these enemies, then we have to go over, attack these other enemies. We're basically going to dash all 4 of enemies in Rabbid Peach's area. So I was partially correct. Rabbid Peach does need to focus on these enemies, but one of them actually went to a different spot, and I think that's when the real mess up happened. And we are going to put her here. I don't think it really matters where she is, but after what happened the last time, yeah. Now, goldenly set up, Rabbid Peach is actually really broken in her own rights, because she can also stop an enemy with a honey in particular. So, we are going to use that. And because I like being lazy, I'm going to use a shield because there's not much point in not using it, but there's also not much point in using anything else. So now we get Cranky's turn, and I think this is where the real difference comes into play here. Oh yeah, like he's going everywhere. I like how there are different pipes set up. I just realized this. Different pipe setups that look like different parts of other worlds. So like all sorts of different pipes are available here. Okay, we're dashing this enemy. Oh, okay. Just waiting. Sorry if I am taking my time, but this is a really long battle, and I wanted to make sure there was confirmation of this. Oh yeah, okay, now I get it. Most of this is actually similar to our first turn. The big difference is I did something different with Donkey Kong this time. And we also have golden weapons, so now they're guaranteed crits. And yeah, see, I was correct. So we have to use Stink Eye. Then we'll use our guaranteed crit on this enemy. He will move forward to get shot again, which is going to immediately finish him off. And with nothing left, the turn will now end, and now we will just fast forward. And this is the intimidating part, where all the enemies get very close to reaching. This one, honestly, out of all the battles, this one's probably more nerve-wracking more than anything, because Okay, alright. Okay, cool. So we defeated 2 of the enemies over here. Oh, we made him run a bit, but that's about it. Alright. Now let's wait a bit. Okay. Gotta be very cautious with my turns here, since this is an ultimate challenge. If we make it in a single state, we're probably gonna lose. So far, this is like the medium challenge, but I can't say for sure where to go from here. Oh, okay. So for sure, I know we dash these enemies, but now where we go? Going through this pipe, dashing this enemy. And looks like we're just gonna stop here. Yeah, okay, it looks like we're stopping here. So we're leaving that other enemy on the right. Okay, well, this is smart, because obviously this enemy is the closest, so for sure we are going to be firing on it. Yep, that's exactly what he does. So basically, now we need someone to defeat the other enemies on the right, but also the enemies on the middle. And okay, let's see. Oh, I think this is actually where Cranky uses his sleep. So I think I remember to tell you, Cranky has a really nice sleep ability that can come in handy. Okay, I do not have damage with this, but that's fine because I think the sleep will still counteract it. So, I'm gonna throw an oil drum here. He's gonna move a bit forward now. Then yeah, this is what I was initially worried about, but honestly, I don't care, because I could care less because this is an AoE setup, and we can use Mon Story here to make these guys fall asleep, and that's how we stop these enemies from going. Now, Donkey Kong doesn't have to focus on the same thing anymore, and he can focus exclusively on the enemies that are close. Once more of the smugglers are gone, I think it will be a lot easier. Don't worry, by the way, we're still going to defeat that dash enemy the same way we did before. I'm not sure if I selected the right spot, but honestly, it probably won't matter in the end. We'll probably still use the same way. Okay, I'm so confused here. Alright, let's do this one at a time. Make sure I don't mess up my movement. And then we go off this platform here. Alright. Sorry, I am taking a long time to think about this, because I did mention that this time around I would do all the ultimate challenges in one battle series. Alright, it shouldn't cause a fail here. I can't lure them, by the way. Oh, great. Oh, great. Why did I go for that? By the way, that is an RNG setup, so there's nothing I could have done there. That's great. This game... Just duly noted, this game apparently has RNG. Yeah, that is not fun to deal with. At least I have sort of an idea what to do now, so this will be less stressful. Then, I don't know. Oh, actually, I will reset. If there's one thing I want to change, it's on Cranky, but it's not range or anything else. It's to give him the dash that I should have had, because I was a little bit confused when that wasn't working. So we have to reset all of Cranky's skills to make this work. But still have all the pipe stuff. But this time we'll get all of the yellow spots. All of them. Because we definitely need all of them. And I'm considering getting Mon story upgrades, actually. Yeah, maybe get one range, and then one story upgrades, since we actually might actually use more than one of those a turn. But there's no cover, so there's no point in doing that. Which would probably be my next best thing to do. But anyways, I'm going to change to this kind of build with Cranky and see if this works better. Now he'll be able to take out that enemy. Otherwise, yeah, I didn't know this strategy had a bit of RNG in it. If I had known that, I wouldn't have played this challenge here. Okay, note to self, you probably already know what to do, so I think to save time, every time I fail the crit thing, I'm just gonna pause until I get the crit, because you pretty much know what's gonna happen from here, since we have all crit weapons, so secondary weapons, everything is a guaranteed crit, and the enemies go to the same spot, so I'll just focus on execution, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Yo, boys, we are back. After that moment, we managed to get the crit and finish off the enemies, so this is what normally happens. But we got non-crit, so we had no choice but to reset here. We don't have much turns left, so we'll just pass the turn to enemies. So if we did everything correctly, the battle should not end here. In fact, you can see we cut it close. Two of the enemies almost make it, but they just barely don't. And so now it's very clear what to do. Anyways, I'm going to go to Donkey Kong first, since he's probably going to have the most convoluted turn of all. Or, actually, no, they go for Peach first. And Peach doesn't even do a full move this time. That might also be a mistake. Because, yeah, see, like, I can tell almost immediately this is a fake. Unless I can't reach the enemies. That might be the problem. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, here's what I think is better. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna go over to the right side area. That part hasn't changed. It's just, I think there might be a better way of doing this, but I need to figure out where I should go first before I do that. So... oh wait, no, never mind. I'm not being dumb. In fact, okay, there is no change. Well, yep. It's one of these battles again. So far, this battle has been not hard, just super freaking annoying. Now I get why he did that, because Rabbid Peach can't even reach here. By the way, I don't care if this enemy doesn't die, because, as long as the honey crit works, they're gonna both be stuck anyway. But, yeah, that's 2 times now that we have to rely on a 70% crit. Which means if we never get a crit, we just lose. Every time. And it's so heckin' annoying to deal with. Alright, so this is the part where I'm very confused, because obviously, I get that Cranky has a good setup for attacking enemies, but this is where I'm a bit confused what to do, because, the setup shows that Cranky gets another crit as well, but I said that I don't need a crit because I can just defeat the enemy by attacking like this, so it's not actually that big of a deal, but that technically means we don't have any extra damage. Normally we would have crit here as well, but it doesn't work now. So we kind of have to do something different instead. Alright, I think I know what to do though. So, yeah, we have to dash this enemy out for sure. Hope this attacks twice, and from there I hope we should be fine, right? We can take out both of them. I did have a bug where one of them didn't quite the first time. But, okay, good. It actually went off the way we want. Alright, so these die, and now we're down to just 4 left. So we're almost there. But there's still one more that is almost to the goal. In fact, I'm just going to show you where they are. We have, in the right, one smasher that's not close, one smasher that is not close at all, and one smasher that might make it, but is not close. Then we have one smasher all the way over here who will make it. So, what do you think we're going to do with this setup, I wonder? Well, let's just show off what to do. Sorry if I am taking a while to process this, it's because this is probably one of the more complicated battles I did. Whenever there's so many pipes and so many wacky entries, there's just so many freaking choices you can make. I'm so worried that I'll just pick Ron and end up doing something bad or something. And also, these challenges are freaking annoying anyway. So it's like, what do you want? What do you really need to do, honestly? Okay, that for sure will not work. Alright. I need to do this one pipe at a time. Yeah. Like, I've added that a bunch. New phrase. One pipe at a time. Alright. Yeah, okay, I want to go into this pipe first, and then go across. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Then, we can go across this, and pick up this enemy and just remove him from this area. And then we still have movement with Donkey Kong, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over and show that other enemy who's boss now. So, we're going to go... Ooh. Actually, we need to back off that. Whoa! I thought I double-clicked. That was so scary. I thought I misclicked there. That was nearly a misclick, man. Okay. I guess we don't have much to set up. Okay, we're pretty much done with Donkey now. I'm just gonna place him as close as I possibly can, and I guess we'll throw him, like... I guess it doesn't really matter, because we got him out of this bad spot, so now that he's out of the bad spot, we should be fine, right? That was the only one way we're worried about getting to the end. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out. Okay, I don't think it matters where Gun goes. Let's just throw it here, I don't know. All I know is it's nowhere near where the goal spot is, so as long as we stop them, we're perfectly fine. Alright. And you. Alright, so now what do we do? Ah, we couldn't add attack because they're out of range. Honestly, I don't really care that I messed this up now. Like, if we check Taticam even... Yeah, the Smashers won't make it. We're fine maybe waiting one turn. If this ends up being a problem, I'm gonna be frustrated, because I've already gone through so much in this battle already. I get, though, why they moved to that spot now. Oh, interesting. Oh wait, we do not have much to do in this scenario anyway. Oh yeah, okay, well, yeah, let's pass the turn to the enemies then. That Smasher is not gonna do anything. That one's gonna barely not make it. That one's gonna go, whoa, okay. I think we might have a problem, actually. Well, first let's see what Peach can do. From here, I'm not going to necessarily do the same setup. In fact, I might actually just come up with my own strategy now, because I mainly watch this to do, like, movement setups and whatnot. But now that I'm done, it's like, I don't know what I can do safely and what I need to set up to take things out. But we'll try this anyway, because yeah, we can. But other than that, yeah, I'm thinking probably the safe play here is to just go here. By the way, I pretty much changed up the strat. I think the normal strategy is the enemies are already dead because Donkey Kong used his banana attack, so Peach doesn't have to do this loop, but I kind of messed up, but we have a 3 to 4 turn relay. I think this is turn 3 or turn 4, so we still have 1 turn before we actually lose, so we do have a little bit more leeway. That's actually one good thing about these ultimate challenges. They, for some reason, give you a lot more leeway than they normally do. But anyways, I'm gonna eliminate this enemy now, so there should be only 2 enemies left, which means we're pretty much almost done here. Actually win this turn, actually. Alright, before I go, I want to see what Cranky can do first. So, Cranky, where can you go? That is not the right way to go. Where are the enemies? They are over there. So we need to get over there. This is where we need to... Ah, there we go. I am going to... I guess just dash this enemy, because now when I throw it with Donkey Kong, it'll automatically defeat him. Oh wait, actually, on second thought, I'm not gonna do that. I want to wait, because I can always just do other stuff later. So what I should do instead is Donkey Kong grabs this enemy. Then we're gonna throw it so it lands on this guy's head. And then I'm not gonna even screw around this time with Cranky's turn at all. In fact, if you've seen my combo videos already, you will know that I can win from here. I have a combo set up that triggers a double attack, so we can actually win from here. And it doesn't check that the enemy is in the area, even if they somehow, like, landed in the area. It won't check that they've landed in the area until after the attack happens. So, I'm gonna just use Hairy Eye and attack, and we should actually just win here. And even if they this doesn't take him out, they might just land out of bounds anyway. In fact, that's exactly what happened, and there we go. Just like that. Ultimate Challenge 2 is officially done. I got a little help with that simply because that one looked like it would be very tricky without finding out stuff. Anyway, now we are moving on to Challenge Free. By the way, I am doing these on the actual island this time, just both to save loading times and also because I didn't do that the last time. So we're going on to Challenge Free, or at least maybe doing a preview for it. I don't know. So I think this is the one that I think I did cheap, but oh. So we have to destroy the bad bananas, but look at all the enemies here. Oh, holy crap. Okay, this is different. There are, what can I say, 15 dozen enemies here, and they're all blocking the way, and we have 15 dozen bad bananas to destroy. This is actually unreal how much we have to do. But thankfully we're actually kind of fine here because this is more of a survival mission than anything. But there are a lot of enemies, so if we're gonna lose this battle, it's probably gonna be because we just ran out of stamina or something. I don't know, but I don't even wanna guess what to do. You know what? I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna let Havoc break loose. I'm gonna set up this combo with Donkey Kong anyway, so I don't really care what happens here. If anything, it might move our characters in a more favorable spot. Who knows? And then from here, I think I'm just gonna lure all the enemies in and just do a combo. And you know what? Throw some coolness in the mix. Cranky, use your stink eye, and then Donkey will lure them in. And let's see who gets attacked first. Oh, wow. Okay, a few of them got taken out. Not bad. And then, what else am I gonna do? What should Cranky do that's safe? We'll attack like this, I think. In case you haven't noticed, although we have to destroy the bad bananas, there's a different problem that we have to deal with. Mainly, there are a lot of bad bananas to take out, so it's not easy to take them all out. And there are so many shield enemies that if we don't do anything to them right away, we can just get really screwed by all the large number of enemies. But this is probably not even the end part of it. There's probably going to be more enemies here. Yes, I am doing this blind, by the way, so I have no idea how many enemies spawn where, nor where we're supposed to take out the enemies first, honestly. Alright, well, okay, it looks like Rabbid Peach can't do much, but actually maybe team jump up to an later area, and I'm just gonna have her crit down that bad banana that's right in front of us right here. So she's a little bit ahead of the pack, but I think we're fine. Alright. And see here. A little bit of a delay, and that's because, whoa. Now there's a bunch of enemies here. So what am I gonna do here? Well, for sure Cranky's gonna hit this. And then Donkey Kong can't grab Cranky, but he can grab one of these enemies. What do we have here? Oh boy, we have Smasher City here. Great, this is not going to be fun. We can combo two of them out right away, but they might get really annoying. As for those, I think those are either Ziggies or something else, but I don't care about them because I think the Smashers are probably the biggest threat here. So what we're going to do with Donkey Kong is actually, we'll combo to land on there, but not destroy the bad bananas, because when we use our Hairy Eye combo, we'll be able to destroy the bananas right here and there. This is a really nice combo I like doing, by the way. Just attacking like this basically guarantees that you defeat the enemies. It's really nice. Of course, now that leaves that bad banana down there, but I'm thinking Donkey Kong could probably get that with a chained ability. So, in fact... Oh, perfect, actually. I didn't even notice there was one over there. So... Rabbid Peach actually just attack that, and we'll hit 2 bad bananas in a row instead of 1, so that will speed up the battle a little bit. As for where to put you, I honestly have no idea. Donkey Kong's probably already screwed, though. You know what? Why the frick not at this point? We have a stylish shield with Peach anyway. Let's use that and do this. Okay, so this battle seems like a... Oh, I can't even move with Cranky. Alright, so he's just kind of stuck down there. We could try hiding behind cover like here, but I don't think it's going to do anything. In fact, it might not even let us move. But I'll just choose the full cover and see what happens. Okay, they are hoppers. Alright. Problem is, there's a lot of enemies around here. Oh, great. They knocked Donkey Kong off that level. Thankfully for Donkey Kong, it doesn't matter because he is Super Donkey Kong and he can just go wherever he wants anyway. But we do have some more enemies now. I think the name of this game is probably going to be Stamina. Like, 100% Stamina is the name of the game here. We want to try, hopefully, defeating as many enemies as we can, but at the same time, still focus on going through as fast as we can. Because if we don't, it can be really bad. I'm going to wait for Cranky's turn a bit, because I want to do a few stuff with the other characters a bit. And yes, I did do the combo on that first turn setup, even though it probably wasn't going to work really well. But that was for a specific purpose. Okay, I actually think I'll get more movement if I just go up here. Alright, so... I honestly don't... Actually, wait. Before I even go, man, where does this take us? Oh, wow. It takes us, like, all the way over here, and then we have to go around this corner area. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So that's how you're supposed to get up there. In that case, I might have to actually move Donkey in a different spot than I initially was thinking. But you know what? No, I won't do that. In fact, it's probably better that I have Donkey Kong single-handedly focus on the enemies. So in case you haven't noticed, the strat with this one is there are so many enemies around that kind of have to make sure they don't destroy us. Yeah, right? So... So I think what we should do is my teammate should be focusing on the bananas. The bad bananas, that is. And he else should just be focusing on defeating the enemies. But most especially Donkey Kong needs to be focusing on the enemies first. Because if he doesn't do this every turn, it can get really bad. Anyway, I will now combo these 3 enemies here. Okay, I did not do a lot of damage. Might have to back up a little bit. We're just in kind of a weird spot, actually. But technically, fire on a... if we had a chance to. We'll see. Maybe I'll have Cranky move and help them out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Cranky move in and help out, because Donkey can just take him to wherever he needs to be. But we can actually set this up for a better pattern. Now, I get it, we're supposed to destroy the bad bananas, but This battle might prove to be a bit harder than I thought. From the looks of it, this doesn't seem like a tough battle, just an annoying one. Also, I'm not gonna even take any risks. Let's just put these enemies to sleep and forget it. They won't be able to do anything. And then, Peach, I guess you can take this thing out and focus on taking this other enemy out and hide behind this cover, just because. Then we'll take out the next cover on turn, basically the next turn with Peach as well. So we'll do that. And depending on me spawns in, we might be able to take out some enemies along with this bad banana, but we'll see. First though, let's pass the turn to the enemies. Thankfully, we did not have any other enemies but these Ziggies do anything. But now there are a lot more enemies out. Yeah. I can see why people don't like this battle. This is a massive maze with no real clues on where to go. Okay, those guys were idiots, thankfully. Anyway, my turn should be fairly straightforward here. We want to, for sure, defeat these guys, so we're just gonna attack them now with Peach. Just to clean up this section of bad bananas, and then here's what I want to do a bit differently. Donkey Kong, you are gonna go first, and you're gonna actually pick up Cranky and take him for a joyride. And I'm gonna try to throw him as close to this area as we can. We can throw it in the right spot. Good. So, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna throw Cranky right over here directly. This might end up not working in our favor. In fact, they are hoppers, so they're probably gonna chase us anyway. Oh, and there's also that, too. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Fortunately, they froze us, so we can't use Stink Eye, but that's fine, honestly. In fact, that's perfectly fine, because since Cranky now defeated that, he can just move out of the way. In fact, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw him right into cover, and Donkey Kong should now be the only one that's not in cover. And we're pretty well set up for the next turn. Don't have any targets out. So our targets are unfortunately all out of sight, but do we really do this launch setup? There's not really a friggin' point to it. Like, what's the idea? It's not like we're gonna shield or do anything else, right? So, I think I should just maybe go, like, here with Peach, maybe? Yeah, I think, actually, let's go here with Peach. This might be a bit safer. And we'll have her start taking out the bananas on the right side, maybe. And then we'll just pass the turn. Donkey's gonna take a little bit of damage, but I think he's gonna be fine. Interesting, not doing their chain jump until now. Okay. And, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's annoying. Donkey Kong not having a fun time today, getting bounced around everywhere. But, joke's on you guys, because we can actually go to a different banana now. So I think the change of strategy will be, since Donkey Kong got not so far over here, Donkey Kong, I'm not going to even do anything else. I'm just going to have you move up and melee this banana down. I don't know if this is going to be an easy takeout, but actually I just realized this is going to be the same damage every time, so we'll just do that. Now use that. We'll heal up because we can, and Rabbid Peach, you're gonna start working on this one. So I guess the big tedious problem is, well, there are bad bananas, and loads of them, and that's kind of the problem with this battle. There's just so many bad bananas, so such a high turn limit, which means there's probably just a ton of enemies waiting to attack us, and we kind of just have to figure out how to damage the bad bananas efficiently, but still take out the enemies fast. Okay, I don't think I have a good turn set up for this, but I can use Stink Eye at the very least. Take attack to the face on purpose from this enemy and see if they will maybe do something. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have Cranky mostly focus on the left bananas though. Ooh, does that even hit? No, I think that gets blocked by a chasm, but we can have Inky Fudge a bomb over there. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hitting that, destroying one more set of bananas, and I will wait to use Hairy Eye until the next turn, I think. So I can set up a combo with it, maybe. So yeah, we're gonna skip this turn. And yeah. And I laughed at said jokes on you because normally bounces are really bad, but that ended up bouncing me up so high that I ended up going to the next level immediately. So I was able to just do other stuff. Also, thanks for giving me an enemy. These don't always do the right thing, I will say that much. Although I shouldn't say that, there's still a lot of them. Although they're kind of stuck in this corner. Most of them were like, oh, and got attacked by Cranky, unfortunately, because he was... Oh, thanks for knocking me directly to the area. What is with these enemies and knocking us right where we need to go? It's so funny, but so convenient at the same time that it is happening like this. I will say, though, this is a lot of enemies. I think I kind of understand what to do now. The problem with this battle is there's just a load of enemies to deal with, so I think the way you're supposed to deal with this is you pretty much have to try and control and kind of just defeat enemies as you go, but also still go very fast and destroy all the bad bananas as well. It's kind of like you have to figure out when do I destroy the bad bananas, but how do I safely do it without letting the enemies do other stuff. The big problem, of course, is the fact that this area is just a massive maze, and there's just so many bad bananas that it is so hard to get them all in a fast way. Okay, this one leads pretty much right to another area. Oh, I just realized something I can do. Let's not even bother with these enemies. We can just sleep them. And I think another turn later, Donkey Kong could just bunch in all the enemies anyway. So if they're still up here, we can have Donkey Kong just focus on them. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Sleeping these enemies gives them a debuff, so now they shouldn't even attack with their sentry because they'll be asleep. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Destroy one set of bananas. Then destroy a different set with... at the same time, set up a preparation turn for Donkey Kong, likely. Ooh, okay, now where do we go? And I think I'll just throw Peach over here, maybe. Yeah, we'll just throw Peach over here. She'll be on her own for a while now. She'll pretty much single-handedly defeat these bananas. I can think of nothing else to do otherwise. Oh, I guess one thing I could do is make this safer a bit. Yeah, so we'll defeat this enemy first, and then head over here. And yeah, we should be able to get this banana the next turn. And just kind of do a chain where we hopefully defeat a bad banana every 2 turns with someone. The reason why I'm not worried, by the way, despite there being a lot of enemies, also, I'm not going to grab one of these other enemies, contrary to popular belief. In fact, I think what I'm going to do instead is set up a combo and grab this one instead. And I'm going to take it... Where should I take it, actually? Okay, I can't go there. I pretty much have no choice but to go up here, it looks like. I just noticed also, there are some enemies that are still... Oh, yeah, that's right, I sleep them. Okay, I think I know what to do. We're gonna just put Donkey, like, here, and just throw this to defeat this enemy. And then on the next turn, we'll just lure in as many enemies as we can. Since there's gonna be a lot, we're gonna wanna take them out. And this guaranteed combo should defeat a few of them as well. In fact, that defeats both of them, hopefully. And now we go to the enemies. But now there's a lot of enemies. In fact, there are like 16 enemies here. This is probably going to be the hardest part of the whole battle because, well, there's just lots of different strats you can do. There's still loads of bad bananas to defeat. Okay, you knocked me forward. That actually could be awkward. Also, that was really laggy. For some reason, that took so long to finish. For some reason, that took so long to finish. Alright. I think this is where the battle really becomes problematic, because now there's just loads of enemies here. Which is kind of nice, because at first this battle is like, oh, there's no one here to, you know, so like, oh, we're gonna just win pretty easily, right? But nope. Suddenly the full squad is showing up, and now we are in trouble. So I think, yeah, this is the true nightmare of the battle. Remember when I said this battle was a nightmare? I wasn't kidding. This is probably where the most annoying stuff is going to happen, because now we have a bunch of shield enemies to deal with. We have so many unique enemies everywhere. It's just like nightmare fuel. I might have already... Oh, okay. If Peach has a heal, but she'll have to use it... Oh, wait, nah, it doesn't matter, because, yeah, okay, so Peach is defeated for sure here. Rabbid Cranky is gonna do... Okay, so I guess this is why people don't like this battle. I can see why. In case you haven't noticed by now, this is definitely sort of like a trick throw-off battle. Or I guess I'll just call it a super trick battle. That's pretty much what it is, because, at first, the game makes you feel like, oh, there's, like, no enemies. We're just gonna win every time, and it should be pretty easy. And then suddenly, the army of rabbits appears, and, yeah, everything goes to that now. And this is why this challenge is so bad. In fact, it's so bad that, just for fun, if I fail this challenge, I'm gonna skip it for a while and go to challenge 4, because I want to show you how much different that challenge is compared to the next one. Also, even though I'm weakened, I think I can still take them out. In fact, because I crit, we should hopefully have most of the end of which... Oh my goodness! Did you see that? That shielded enemy went from one half of the map all the way over to the end. I don't know what I did there, but that was some crazy, crazy shenanigans. Anyways, Donkey Kong, you have to go and rescue. Or at least attempt to go and rescue Rabbid Peach. Unfortunately, I think I moved her in kind of a terrible spot, so yeah, I don't think she's gonna survive, so she's pretty much gonna... but Cranky might also die as well, and that means we won't have any heals, but that's fine, right? Donkey Kong can do most of these battles on his own, right? If we can just figure out a way to take out the bananas, we might be able to win. But anyway, other than that return, I have no idea what to do. I think the way you're supposed to do this normally is I think you typically want to actually keep your friends together so you can like help them get through other stuff. Donkey Kong especially, but I don't really have much of an option, and of course if I use this I'll just defeat myself, so I'd rather not. Yeah, we don't have much of a choice here. Or you could just go for just to say we are doing that, but I don't know what to do otherwise. Okay, for research, Cranky is gonna use his stink eye now. That's not gonna change. The thing that's gonna change though is I don't think he's just gonna do anything anymore. She's gonna be defeated for sure here because of the unlucky honey. Before nice there, I am going to... Ooh! Okay, well that worked out. One less attack to worry about. Then, alright, what do I actually want to do? I think I want to prioritize saving Cranky first, so... Since I can't go over here, and Cranky went about this way, I need to stop, like, here. And I'm gonna throw this enemy so it lands here, because it's gonna be defeated no matter what. So, of course, we're gonna grab it, and we're gonna ping-pong it across the map to hit that banana there, so it takes more damage. And then we're gonna see what happens. Oh, and a bunch more nightmare stuff also showed up on the left half of the screen, but there's way too enemies for us to survive this, so unfortunately we are going to lose at least one character, maybe more. Depends on how Cranky goes up, and I can definitely see why people don't like this battle. There's just like more enemy. I think this battle has more unique enemies than any other battle up to this point. Okay, we defeated one, but that's not really gonna help us that much. Okay, well, at least they defeated the banana thing for us. Okay, cool, alright, we, focus out of the honey. That is something I forgot to mention. The enemies can break you out of the honey. Okay, they just skipped their turn, probably because they were focusing on Rabbid Peach, but because Rabbid Peach got defeated, no. It's just kind of gonna stand there now, and the other characters are just gonna do other stuff. By the way, this is why I said the turn thing wasn't an issue. See, the turn thing isn't the issue here. It's actually surviving that's the issue, because as you saw there, there's a lot of freaking enemies. This one battle alone has more enemies than any other battle has had up to this point. Figuring out exactly what to do is probably going to be the hardest part of this battle, because, like, once you know what to do, it's not that bad, but if you don't know what to do, it can be really, really bad. Also, I think I know what to do here, but my real question is, where do I stop after the second setup? And yes, I know I could stop right now, but I want to at least play this through and see what I could do differently. Okay, there is a bad banana over there. I guess we just throw Cranky, like, yeah, I think I just throw Cranky, like, here and have him take out this next bad banana, and then we can go down and get another one. Other than that, I think from now on, I'm going to split my characters up like I was just like, instead just all focus on one side. That's probably going to be the strategy going forward here. But yeah, I am going to... Okay, I'm joking. I am probably going to cheat this after this. But yeah, this battlefield just pretty much floods with enemies. It went from literally no enemies to a bunch of enemies at once. At first it was a fairly simple setup. Like, we knew for sure we had to hit rid of one shielded enemy, otherwise we weren't going nowhere. So that part was pretty simple, and actually probably the most consistent part, quote-unquote, consistent part of the battle. But after that, it got really messy here, because now there's just so many enemies. This is actually kind of annoying, because, well, even if you did know what to do, this battle just has so many enemies that it takes forever for them to all just move around, do their turn, move, do other stuff. Thank goodness for the double turn speed, otherwise it would take even longer to finish this game. Ugh. Needless to say, I'm not looking forward to this battle in the refight, and I might just have to cheese it anyway. I just thought I would show this battle at least once, but as a surprise, before I do this segment, I'm actually going to do things a bit differently. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. That's annoying. I'm still going to use this, though. I'm just going to have to probably... Yeah, I think I'll do 2 jump Donkey and then have him maybe take Cranky over to a separate spot. That's probably my best choice here. Of course, not really a good choice since we already lost our characters and so are about to be lost as well. So I think our only option is let's go here and put like right here and throw maybe like here. Do we even use the melee? I don't think we do it at all, honestly. In fact, if we put them there, that one's gonna get damaged, and I don't want that, so we'll just give it now. And if you wonder why I don't cut out stuff, by the way, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times now already, but there's a specific reason why I don't cut out these battles. It's mainly not just to show battles because of, like, our setup. It's just show the fact that this game is actually kind of complicated to do, and I also want to show off the battle setups, because if you see how hard it is, if you see how this, maybe you can recognize what battle this is. By the way, so far this is one of the hardest battles in the game, I will tell you that. There's just so many enemies here, it's like, what do you even have? What are you even supposed to do? It feels like you need a specific rhythm to this, or else there's just no way you're gonna win. And yeah, of course it was a blind playthrough, so I had no idea this was coming, but even still, looking at it now, it's crazy. By the way, because I want to cement this setup, and I did mention that I would show a full video, I am going to show this full battle, just like we did with the first Ultimate Challenge. But this is all going to be done in one video this time. This is going to be a different strat. But anyway, yeah. It's just... There's just so many enemies, though. It's, like, hard to figure out what to do. How in the world did... We survived again? Honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. We should just quit to the till now, and here's why. Because, one... we lost a character, so we're probably screwed anyways. Two, even if we did survive, we're probably just gonna go face first into other segments. We kind of needed Rabbid Peach there, and yeah, we lost her, so that's not gonna work. So, I figured I would just start that challenge because, yeah, that wasn't going to work. But I also quit to the till. That was actually on purpose because I figured instead of cheating right away, let's go to the Ultimate Challenge number 4 instead and see if it's a little bit better. Okay, alright, so this is a bit different. Okay, so, I'm just gonna go right into this. So, it looks like this one isn't as bad, but now we have to reach the areas. There are, I think, yeah, there's like 12 to reach with a 2-turn limit or something. And we have to use the idols to help us move there. So we have to kind of bait the enemies in a way that we can land on all the areas. I don't want to get knocked like there, that might be bad. Alright, here we go. Looks like this one is more of a puzzle one than anything. The other pearls were basically just gonna move forward and then strike us so that we land on specific spots, and we need to have it hit off enough times that we can go to another area, but yeah, that's gonna be kind of tricky. We don't know exactly where to go. Honestly, I have no clue what to do in this, so I think easiest way to deal with this is to just attack, do this anyway, and just see what happens, I guess. I don't know what to do, in case you haven't noticed already. The reason why I said that this one is not as worrisome, it's mainly just due to the fact that, Well, we had a lot of enemies to deal with in the last battle, and that one was way harder, but this one is just a puzzle. So, once you know what to do, the puzzle's typically pretty easy. Obviously, I'm clueless, so I'm probably gonna use anyway, but I figured I would at least give this a shot. See what we can do here. Yeah, okay, we're not even close here. I need to do this one. Actually, I don't think I do the other ones here. So we have to land on one area, but also get knocked into another. That's basically what we have to do. Okay, I'm just gonna restart though. And I'm gonna be right back for a bit. Okay guys, we're back. Let's try this again. My guide is ready. I'm going to just play you through right through this with you. This first part is actually surprisingly straightforward, but I was a little bit surprised that I didn't do this right the first time. Turns out this is actually fairly simple. It was, I guess, just more of me not knowing what to do. So, we pretty much have to have our characters each take a spot, but we also want to keep them close. So we can keep going in here. Basically, we need to... Basically, to get the maximum efficiency out of our hunters, we need to be able to use Donkey Kong's ability. This is, I guess, more or less the test of Donkey Kong's ever ability to team throw. Is basically a, do you know how to use the team throw properly battle again. Because that's exactly what this is. We have to use Donkey Kong's ability to team throw to maximize the amount of spots we can go to each turn. And then have our other characters take different spots each turn. So this pretty much just takes our movement abilities and pumps them up to the max. We basically have to do other combos. One thing I am going to do though, since Cranky did take a lot of damage, we are going to use our heal right now. I don't think we need to normally, but it'll be fine here. And of course we will immediately pass the turn to the enemies. The first one's not going to do anything. Well, actually, not even enemies. Idols. And then the second one's going to do something not really. And then we're going to start with Rabbid Peach, who is going to team jump with Cranky. And get this one. And then another very simple turn. Cranky's going to team jump with... Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry, the video is playing a little bit slow. Yes, I do use my iPad at these videos in case you're wondering, and I mainly do this just so you guys don't have to watch me fail for like new hours or something. But yeah. By the way, no, there's no way I would have been able to do these battles without the same. Oh, okay, all right. That's why I was confused. So Cranky's gonna go to a completely different spot. It's all the way over here. Peach is just gonna kind of chill over here. Then what will Khan do? He's gonna move like here. And we're gonna throw Cranky like here probably. Yeah, we'll do that. It's probably the best setup. So yeah, I guess this is less of a hard battle and more of a can you make sure to put the characters in the right spots. That's all it is, really. And now we pass the turn to the enemies, wait for them to go through, and I pretty much know what to do from here. In fact, I think we've already won, but I'll just make sure that I'm not, like, being silly. So yeah, I think, yeah, now Cranky will move here. And then Donkey Kong is gonna grab Cranky and just barely make it to this other side. Throw Cranky so that he gets this spot. And, yeah, now Peach just moves over there and the battle's over. Kind of an anticlimactic battle. We did barely do it within the turn limit, though, but... yeah, so I guess no bounce shenanigans required. Just need to maximize our character movement, figure out the puzzle battle, and yeah, it's not actually that hard, but... now we get to go back to Challenge 3. Oh boy. This one's gonna be very awkward to set up, probably, so just like before, I'm gonna wait to set up, and then we're gonna walk you through the challenge. I'm honestly just gonna stick with the golden weapons, by the way. Having consistent crits is just gonna make this so much easier. But otherwise, I think I understand what to do now. I'm just a bit confused how to get past the main part, so I'll just do... anyways, just wait for a minute, guys. Alright, we are back into the challenge now. The turn setup initially is not actually that different. It actually still triggers a funny explosion. It's just that instead of moving with Donkey Kong to do it, we trigger it with Rayman instead. But otherwise, what can I say? It's a burning flame. We're all probably gonna get moved around a lot. Yeah, so yeah, you can kind of see that there's already a lot of RNG to this battle. This battle is going to be so much different. I probably should think of what to do first. Alright, well, for sure we are going to want to dash this enemy. Dash this side enemy over here. And, since Donkey Kong's going to defeat them anyway, let's just, move. Let's just dash that enemy as well. We don't need to dash anymore. The rainy ones will die just normally. So now we're gonna move here and we're gonna shoot this enemy, but not use our abilities. Interesting that he shoots me first in his turn order. Okay, I want to make sure this is a consistent setup, so just to make sure I'm not confused, I'm gonna put Donkey like here. And actually, you know what? Since Cranky's not gonna do much else, we should have him at least shoot something. In fact, for consistency's sake, we are going to have him shoot something first. So that's less enemies for Donkey Kong to have to lure in. But otherwise, we're going to lure in the enemies and we're going to do the combo. That's why I said not much of the first turn really changes. The only thing that changes is where everyone ends up. So everything is pretty much the same. We just go into an AoE. Doesn't matter if we crit or not. We just use this. Instantly defeat all the shield enemies. And then... interesting, he just kind of passes the turn here. Okay. Well, we'll do that then. Oh, and that's why. Alright. Now, we're gonna have Pinky move like this. And then Donkey Kong is gonna go yeah, alright. Cranky's gonna go here. Peach is gonna retreat over to the next area. Pretty much as far as she can go. And I'm using facilities in a specific order, so don't be confused if I'm, like, using the abilities in a wrong order or something. It's mainly to make sure this battle stays consistent, because obviously, with all the enemies going around, it can be really... I get why they do that now. Alright, now Cranky is going to go here and chain jump, and he's going to go... Pretty much doesn't really matter where we put him, but we're going to put him in the right spot just to make sure we're fine. And I get now, this is why we move like this. I guess we'll just play him right next to the pipe. Quickly take out these bad bananas. Then what is Donkey Kong gonna do? I think, now Donkey Kong uses AI here. And because we might need our sentry, we are going to skip the turn. Donkey Kong will get hit a bit, but ideally he should also crit some of these enemies in response. Interesting, all of them actually got hit too, which is nice. Alright, well that worked out. Alright, next set of enemies. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna attack the enemy. Yeah, that's what I figured. So we're gonna attack the enemies like this. One of them's gonna get knocked almost out of bounds. That shield enemy is gonna survive though, but I think we're just gonna grab him. Yeah, okay, I'm just looking at this thing to make sure. We're gonna grab this enemy. Then, oh, hang on. Oh, jeez. I was not looking at the right camera angle there. Okay, we'll go next to Rabbid Peach, I guess, and yeah, it doesn't seem to really matter where we throw him, so we'll just do this. It's one less enemy to worry about. Oh, that did actually hit a different enemy. Okay, that's cool, actually. That's not what I had envisioned, but that's perfect because Peach can do something different. Normally what Peach is gonna do next is typically go back and then just team jump over to the next area, but because we dashed another enemy earlier than intended, that means we can actually just do that first and then team jump over. And yes, I'm kind of adding things as I go on the fly. Otherwise, I want to make sure the positions are important, because each position is used for a very specific reason. Is that if it's not correct, then lots of bad things can happen. Also, that got rid of Donkey Kong's thing, so that's pretty cool. And now we attack with Rabbid Peach, just as I thought. Then Cranky is gonna go in the pipe and pretty much go right next to the pipe and immediately attack. So pretty simple turn here. And then we pass the turn to the enemies again. Alright, see what happens from here. There's that enemy that survived before. Hopefully he's in a bad spot, so he's not going to do anything. I did realize that by throwing that enemy in such a weird way, one of them did get lost. Alright, now what? Oh wow, does have fast forward on. This is kind of trippy. Okay, this is really slow. I don't know why forward on, but it's kind of weird. Alright, here we go. Now, what is Donkey Kong gonna do? Rabbid Peach is gonna go first, actually, and he's gonna use a Sentry to defeat these enemies. So yeah, I think Inkyu might have already figured out the plan. Pretty much, you don't want to focus on the bad bananas as a priority. You want to focus on major enemies, mostly. Because the sooner you defeat them, the less damage you deal. And also, the more enemies we deal with, the less damage they deal. So it just makes a whole lot more sense to do it this way. And you can check where the enemies are, too. I also just realized something. No, actually, you know what? Let's not focus on that. So, I think Donkey Kong has to be next. Oh, but first... Oh, wait. This is a weird... There's supposed to be an enemy here, but because we defeated it, it's not in its usual spot. So I guess to make up for that, we have to grab this enemy instead. So that it still accomplishes the same objective, and... Yeah, looks like we're gonna go here. I guess we'll just throw it back to its original spot, I guess. So there's normally supposed to be a second hopper here, but because I threw the attack setup exactly framed perfectly correct, the enemy didn't... Well, he's just gonna do this, and that's about it. And then... Oh. Okay, it says to end the turn here. I'm gonna trust this and just end the turn here. We're in the right spot. I worry if I do one thing too extra, it might mess up. My initial idea was to use, oh, whoops, I forgot to fast forward. But that's fine. So I have to do their turn yet. So we all got weakened there, but that's part of the plan, right? Alright, now we go on to Rabbid Peach, who is going to dash all these enemies. And then Peach is going to go up and into this spot, like here. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to attack this on. Then, what is the remaining characters going to do? Okay, no surprise here. Donkey Kong's going to once again grab Cranky and take him for a ride. But then Cranky's actually going to be thrown right back down. Hit the enemies himself. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do here. And he's gonna go down. And there we go. Those enemies are defeated now. No extra enemies defeated there, but that's fine. Okay, Donkey Kong is using Hairy Eyes, so we're gonna do that as well. Then nothing else gets done, so we're pressing the turn to the enemies here. Oh, okay. A lot of the turn time, by the way, is taken up just from the sheer amount of enemies that are on the screen. Okay, them does weaken Rabbid Peach, but it's not like we can really change that. Okay, this first turn is pretty easy. So Donkey Kong, same turn. He's gonna do that again now. And at the same time, he's also gonna send some of the enemies along for a ride as well. And yeah, okay. Now, ooh, this one's much different. I like this, actually. Oh yeah, this is a fun turn. Alright. So now, we get to actually see Ear Uprooter and Prey. Yeah, remember this old skill? Ear Uprooter? The one that I talked about earlier? Well, it comes in very handy here. As we're gonna throw it, and this is different. Usually there's an enemy here, but there isn't, so I think I'm gonna just throw it at this one, I guess. So I at least keep a consistent set. In case you haven't noticed, there's a little bit of changes, but... And, ooh. Oh boy. Okay, we're not gonna lure these guys in. That would be silly to mess up our plan. Peach isn't gonna do much dashing this time. In fact, she can't even dash anyway, even if we tried. Oh wow, this is different. Oh, this is way different than what the setup envisioned. That's fine, I can fix it. And you want to know how I'm gonna do it? Instead of taking out the enemy that I was gonna take out, I'm just gonna take this out instead. Still accomplishes the thing that I was trying to accomplish before, but it's gonna leave some stuff on the table here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. The battle didn't happen exactly according to plan, by the way. Also, the enemy was in a completely different spot, because before it was in a good spot here, but now it's not. But that's fine. Now, what is Cranky gonna do? He's also gonna hide behind cover. Now he's gonna use Stink Eye, saving Stink Eye pretty much until the very end here. Okay, one thing I am gonna do differently now, since we have no reason not to do this, since we did get a good luck set up. We're gonna have Cranky just attack right now, instead of waiting. And then he's gonna use his Stink Eye. And then Donkey Kong will just simply pass the turn to the enemies, and there we go. So this is why we're saving Stink Eye for this part. It's for these specific enemies over here. I count there's other enemies that are around, but they're kind of just chilling. Also, that Smasher pretty much just ruined that whole setup. Yeah, this is gonna be way different than I expected. Okay, this is still the same. Normally there would be one less Ziggy to worry about here, but we didn't do that setup properly. Okay. Alright, Peach has a simple turn here. Oh, wait. This is why I feel like stuff is so messy. So Peach is supposed to use a sentry here. In fact, this is exactly what she was supposed to do, but now we're kind of messed up. Oh boy. What do I do to get around this? That's the question now. Peach was supposed to use a sentry here, but because of needing to shoot that other enemy to not have it survive, it was like, do I let an enemy survive, or do I just live with the... There's gonna be... I don't know. Yeah, good grief. And there's still a freeze to worry about, too. But I can fix most of this. I just need to do this a bit differently. Yeah, I think to make up the damage, I'm gonna have to just dash enemies. But also, there's not normally supposed to be extra enemies here. Like, these guys, they're all supposed to be gone already, but they're here, so it's like, now I'm really confused what to do. I think, honestly, probably just gonna do this. This is probably the best thing I can think of. And I'll have to probably shoot one of the extra smashers instead. If we get frozen, though. Yeah, I figured we would. That's fine, we can just, have someone team jump early with Peach, and that will fix everything. Okay, this part hasn't changed yet, but now we have to kind of go to somewhere else. So I'm gonna change the way I do this turn a bit. Because now we actually have, like, a lot of problems. Because we have extra enemies here. Normally these enemies aren't supposed to be here, but because we messed up in the previous turn, we didn't get this quite the way we wanted it to be. Yeah, see, so Donkey Kong's supposed to use his turn else, but we're gonna have to do something different. I'm trying to think. Maybe I could use a bomb? Let's see what Cranky does in his turn. I think it's just a pass, but we can see. Oh! Oh, perfect. Alright, I have an idea. Yo, alright. Cranky doesn't move here, so I'm in luck. I just thought of a big brain play. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bomb with Cranky. This will do a bit of extra damage and kind of throw us a bit off course, but you'll see why I did this. And then from here, Peach, you're gonna shoot this enemy. Yeah, this particular one. Yeah, Peach is gonna shoot this one. Right here. So that's gonna be the enemy we hit. Then, what we're gonna do is... Ooh, does Donkey Kong not have movement? Oh. Okay, no. And then, to make sure our turn is still set up properly... Well, actually, it doesn't really matter where we go, right? And we still want to do a bunch of damage, right? Yeah, we'll just have Cranky go over here, then. Refreeze these enemies. And now we can do the thing that we were supposed to do this turn, which was heal with Rabbid Peach. And then, what we're gonna do is... Uncon's not gonna do much else. In fact, I'm still not gonna combo that enemy, so that one's gonna survive as well. But I'm thinking I might have to just do this now. I'm considering whether or not to do this or not, but here's why I was saying that I might not need it. I'm thinking I'm just gonna use Launch Story right here. Put these guys to sleep. And now we'll do the normal turn that we were supposed to do, which is we take Donkey Kong, we put him like here. Well, actually, well, first Peach is normally supposed to go over there, but I had to fix that. Okay, this is a little bit shaky, but... Alright. Here we go. The Sleeper Cranky is intentional, by the way. I want to fix the turn setup. Normally, what was supposed to happen there was we were supposed to already have those enemies defeated, but because of some weird scenarios that I have no idea what happened, our characters are not in the proper position. So, we're going to process our turn now, but from here, this is where I get a bit confused. Okay, that enemy's still doing nothing, so that one's pretty much out of the picture here. By the way, Donkey Kong getting here is normal. This is still part of the strat. Not much has changed. Big difference is there's extra enemies now. Normally, they're all supposed to be already done, but they are surviving because of what we did before. Also, we have a different turn setup, because when he was going into the setup, Donkey Kong wasn't Honey, but now he is, so this is going to be a little bit of a different turn. I think I've pretty much lost all confusion on what to do now. Alright. I have to change this setup a bit. I initially had a different plan in mind, but because of the Beyond Fame... Sorry if I am taking a while, but I'm... Sorry, I didn't mean to pause there. Alright. Well, for sure, we need Cranky to help out a bit, but... The real question is, what do we do after doing this? That's where I'm really confused. The turn with Donkey Kong was supposed to go like this, very much. I'm gonna see what the full turn is like first. Okay, I think I know how to fix this, but it's gonna be awkward. In fact, it's so awkward that I think the only way I can make this work is... maybe move Rabbid Peach to like here instead of the normal spot I was gonna go. And because this was so tricky, I should shield with Rabbid Peach now, just to be safe. The shield has a 1-turn cooldown, so even if we don't have it, we should be fine. And here's the way I'm gonna fix this. Donkey Kong was supposed to use Hairy Eye and actually grab an enemy, but because the other enemy survived early, we're gonna do something different instead. We're gonna lure in these enemies and just defeat them. Some of them still survived, but that's fine. Peach can actually just use a sentry to finish them off. So now I'm gonna put Donkey Kong in the spot he was supposed to be. Grab this particular enemy. Or I guess we could grab Cranky, but that works. I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to attack on early. Or something. Kind of a confusing turn, because, like, normally we're supposed to be in a completely different spot here. But we kind of just have to trust our gut now. That also means some enemies might get to Rabbid Peach that previously weren't gonna be close at all. Okay, so Cranky's gonna take a bit of extra damage here. Okay, that still worked out about the way I wanted it to anyway. Okay, so did take a little extra damage though. Alright. Oh wait, there's the shield enemies before. Wait, they're not there. Hang on. Yeah, this is way different. This is way different than I was initially anticipating. Okay, perfect. This still doesn't change much. Alright, so I guess a little bit changed here as well, but that's actually in our favor. There's supposed to be enemies here, but I just realized I took them all out because I lured them in early. I guess that works. Yeah, see, they're normally supposed to be sentryed here. But because we already used this sentry, changed it up a bit. So I think, while Donkey did take a bit more damage, and I am gonna have to heal early because of it, I think overall, everything worked out perfectly. Yeah, everything pretty much worked out perfectly. Sorry if I am taking a little while to get through this, but I want to show you guys the full battle. Oh. Okay, it doesn't, setup doesn't say to change anything here, so I'm gonna trust that and just not take anyone. Because there's no enemies in order. There is supposed to be, but there is none. So we're just gonna do this and pass the turn to the enemies. Okay, that was tricky, but not only did we get back on cycle, but I think we actually beat the pace setup. See, this YouTuber might not be nearly as strong as I initially thought. Okay, well, for sure I'm gonna heal. I'm not even skipping that. I know I have to heal. For sure, or else Don's just die. But otherwise, I think I'm perfectly fine. By the way, don't worry about the sound in the background. That's just my... Everything is perfectly fine. Not a lot to worry about here. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, so now Donkey Kong is going to grab this particular enemy and take it with a joyride. Oh, this actually works perfectly, since there's an enemy in the way anyway. Okay, well, at least this turn still worked out. Sorry if I'm really silent, by the way. I'm trying to focus on the turn order, but you can kind of tell why I'm focusing now. I couldn't tell if that one was too, yeah, not actually. Okay, you didn't. So I'm gonna trust that and just pass the turn to the enemies and see what happens. Yes, I'm using this specific setup for a very specific reason. By the way, I figured out even before that I was probably going to have my characters group up anyway, but... Okay, perfect. So that's why the dash gets used there, because that just instantly defeats that enemy. And now... Okay, thankfully we didn't get crit. There are enemies over the side as well, but most of them are out of range now. Oh, great. Hang on. For those of you who don't know, I watch enemies on... videos! Jeez, I cannot talk today. Videos on YouTube. Okay, this is set up perfectly. Oh, perfect. Nice crit. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, there's an extra enemy here. Hang on. Let's shield before doing this turn, actually. This is supposed to be set up differently, but there's an extra enemy here that's normally not here. We'll use a shield to protect from that. Looks like we're going here. So this enemy on the side is normally not there, but he was this time. Oh, there's no enemy down here. Oh, there's that. That's where that enemy is. That's awkward. Because that enemy is normally not there either. Well, first let's switch turn order a bit. Okay, I think I did things a little off, but that's fine. It's, I have a fix what I did before. So I think the way I'm gonna fix this problem now that I know what to do, is I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna still go to my usual spot, which is over here, but instead of throwing at... I'm considering whether or not to throw at this enemy, or to just defeat the other Ziggy and move on. Probably the safest bet is to just defeat this Ziggy and move on. So since this is not supposed to be here, we're gonna just take it out like this. This still defeats both enemies, so I'm not too worried. If you're wondering, the baboons is not actually supposed to be destroyed yet, because the baboons are actually supposed to get attacked on this part, but that's fine, because we can just do other stuff, and now we're just gonna use Fun Story to set that enemy up so that he's asleep. There we go. He won't do anything. And then we'll pass the turn to the enemies. Sorry if I am taking a little while, but it's... You probably know why. This mission is so long. If I am so worried that if I fail even a single time, I just know that something bad is just gonna happen to me. That is gonna make me think that I did something wrong or something. And also, this battle's just so long. I would hate to have this work like that. Alright. What does Donkey do? Oh, he does draw the enemies in. Okay. Oh, there's another enemy over there. Oh boy, then. Okay, that enemy didn't get murdered much. Whoa, okay. Alright then. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna do this in a different order. I'm a bit confused on what to do here. Oh, okay, I need to reverse this a bit. Give me a minute, actually. I think I wasn't recording, so I think you guys might have missed some turns. Sorry about that, but not much really happened. I didn't even notice I was not recording. Sorry about that, guys. There is other links, though, that you can probably watch, but in case you haven't noticed already, I'm super tired, and this battle has gone on for a very long time. Alright, I think to set this up, we're still gonna do the same strat. It's just, instead of doing what I normally do, I'm gonna just have Donkey Kong throw this enemy over here, and then have him just do, I don't know, maybe we could just do this, actually. Whoa, where'd he go? He's all the way down there. Okay, that works, that works, that works, that works. He's a non-issue now. And even if he is, you know what? We'll just sentry him. Let's not even think about that. Let's just use a sentry. Freak this enemy and forget this ever happened. It is a bit weird that the other characters don't move here, but I'm gonna trust that that's what's happened. And I guess I'll use Stink Bite, keep that consistent. And now, let's see what happens. There's certainly less enemies than before. I'm not sure if I bugged the battle or not, but it seems like something did happen. We're doing nothing here because I know that I want to keep my setup consistent. Sorry if I am taking a little while to do these turns, but like I said, this is a very tense battle. Oh, great. So there I am. Okay, well, I figured Cranky's gonna have to move over here for sure. Yeah, okay. I don't think this has to be exactly like this, but it can work. Alright. Well, since I didn't do this, we'll just bomb this banana out of the way. There we go. So that means Cranky has an extra attack now. Oh, that's different. Yeah, I did not want to see that bounce at all. How am I gonna fix this, I wonder? Oh wait, it doesn't matter. No team jumps occur, so alright, nothing changes at all. Okay. All Cranky does now is team jump Donkey Kong and go up here. I will say probably the most annoying part of this whole battle is the fact that it's so maze-like and it could just be so hard to do without proper setups. Okay, so this is pretty much what I was going to do next. We pretty much are just teaming up and slowly but surely dealing with the bananas. Just making sure this is correct. Alright, now Cranky goes here. I'm gonna use shield here, just for safety. And we pass the turn to the enemies. Lots of passing the turn in this battle, that's for sure. Oh cool, he wasted his ability, so he's not doing anything. By the way, these hoppers are kind of just doing whatever they want. I'm not sure where they need to go or knowing, but as long as they're not attacking me, I'm perfectly fine. Okay, this is a pretty simple setup. Yeah, okay. I think we just use the sentry here with Peach. Well, actually, of course, yeah, we're definitely going to use a sentry with Peach. It's just depends on who we aim for. I think I'm just gonna send it though. See what happens. Oh, we crit, nice. Okay, that did not happen in the video, so alright. We're actually ahead. Now, alright. Guess we're team jumping and we're going. Oh, that whoa, wait on. This spot. Alright. Cranky is going to dash the shield and then just destroy the enemy, or no, he's gonna shoot the enemy. Okay, that has to change. Then what is Donkey Kong gonna do? Not move much, actually. Yeah, just pass the turn, I guess. By the way, I'm not too worried about the turn counter. Like I said, this turn counter is very, very stupidly high at like 25 turns, because this is supposed to be a survival battle, not a test of in challenge inch. We're on turn 17 now. That's all. That just shows you how long we've been in this battle yet. Picking up a hopper though. Now where's Peach going? Shield, okay, that's fine by me. In case you haven't noticed, a lot of this battle is just waiting for the enemies to spawn in, because there's so many enemies that if you go too fast, they usually just annihilate you. But if you wait patiently and choose your path to go into the battles, then it should be pretty easy to win most of the time. And yes, the shield was on purpose because I knew Peach was going to get at least a little bit. The question is how much. Okay, alright, so that worked about exactly as I thought it would happen. Okay. So that jump doesn't really change much. In fact, that didn't really change much at all. Although, because I crit, there's less enemies. The Ziggies should have been doing something, but... Alright, now, where does Peach do? There's no enemy to defeat, so... I think I might do a different setup, honestly. This is a weird setup, because Peach is normally supposed to have already taken care of our enemies. or not taking care of enemies at all, so I'm trying to think of what I could do differently with her. I'm thinking I should actually just still use a sentry, but instead of defeating that other enemy, we're gonna defeat this Siggy on the right. That's one less enemy to worry about. And then, rather than moving her into the dumb spot, I think it'll be better for her to move. Because this guy, I know this knows what he's doing, but the problem is a lot of the strats are based around certain things already occurring. So the setup is a bit different each time. Yes, there is randomness. It won't always work. Alright, I think what I'm going to do instead, because of this, is I'm going to move Peach over here, but check to see what happens in this next turn, and then I'm going to heal early on this next turn. Anyways, alright, so Cranky, okay, Cranky is going to do. Alright, since that's happening, let's heal for now. Then Cranky is going to dash and run into the pipe. And oh, actually, he's gonna... I ran into the wrong pipe. He's not running into that pipe. He's going here, actually. And stopping here and bombing. I'll sleep this enemy, I guess, so it doesn't do anything. There's the enemies move in random spots, you see, so there's a lot of different strats that can happen depending on the setup. Alright, now Polycon's gonna for sure take this enemy and then go over here pretty much to the maximum spot he can, and we'll just throw it here because we know if we do that we'll defeat the enemy. And that's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of this is a mix of following the guide that I'm watching on YouTube, but also doing some improvisation on the fly. Okay, now I have to pass the turn, so let's just do that. I changed this. The reason why I changed the setup, by the way, is because the hopper that was supposed to be in a different spot was in kind of a different spot. Usually, I'll just show you. Usually he's like already over here or somewhere back there, but he was over here this time, so I had to change up the strat a bit, but otherwise, I think I'll be fine. Alright, Cranky is gonna get taken now. Or, actually, no, Cranky's not gonna get taken. In fact, instead, we're gonna... Okay, actually this turn works about the same. It's just instead of the hopper being in one other spot, it's gonna be in a different spot. But otherwise, this turn is about the same. The hopper's just in a slightly different spot. I think that's gonna affect much. Yeah, see, Donkey Kong's gonna still out of range. I also just realized this is why Peach was moved over there first, so she can defeat an extra enemy. I guess that's why Peach stayed over there, but I did this as extra safety because normally there's an extra enemy that's supposed to be in the way. But anyway, alright, so I guess we're going, yeah, we're gonna throw her over here. Then Cranky's gonna go and follow him. This is actually the perfect angle. Alright, there we go. We're back on order. Okay, so yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of a difference. Or actually, no wait, never mind. It doesn't change because my icon's gonna get slowed, weakened no matter what. Alright, so this is about the same, just one more enemy here this time around. Alright. Alright, Donkey Kong is going to grab this enemy, and he's gonna throw it. So that it lands out of bounds in a weird area. Then... oh, we're not gonna melee it yet. Oh, okay, that moved to a different spot. I waited like 15 minutes to check this, you know. Okay, that's fine. I can just... I guess nothing changes. We still defeat this enemy in the same way. There we go. There we go. Alright, so that actually ended up being about the same. But because of the way I moved, my enemies are gonna spawn a bit differently. I don't think it's gonna change much. Yeah, see, Boots can still move through here. Okay, this still works apparently, which is good. Yeah, we'll mash the attacks. This goes out a bit faster. We can actually finish the turn. By the way, I think we're actually done now. I think we might be able to finish this battle now. But for safeties, we should probably still follow the route, though. So, the route's gonna be we grab this enemy, take him for a joyride, and we throw that enemy. So he goes off here and goes out of bounds, and then we defeat him with Donkey Kong. Like this. Yep, there we go. Then Donkey Kong uses Hairy Eye here. Then Peach is going to use her Sentry to now take out the remaining minion, which thankfully still worked perfectly. And I guess we're probably gonna have to team jump. Even if we don't have to, I'm still gonna probably do it anyways. Okay, yeah, we definitely team jump. Yeah, we go here from the looks of it. Alright. I don't know what our health is like. I'm just gonna shield. Just because I can. And pass the turn one more time, and I think we should be good, pretty much. If I could, like, fast forward the battle faster, that'd be a bit quicker. By the way, yeah, I hope you enjoy 3-hour long videos, because, yeah, this is the true pain of this challenge. Depending on the setup, I might cut it into 2 parts, though. Alright. Ooh. Donkey Kong is going to grab Cranky. Oh, yeah, okay, we pretty much have won the battle now. You know what? I just realized, yeah. So we've won the battle, because I want to tell you why. We don't have to do much else. All we do is throw Cranky there. This is the bananas we weakened before at the start. Now we're going to destroy them with Cranky. And yeah, that's going to be the end of this battle. Just like that, after about an hour of just one mission, of most of the hour being just this one mission here, probably, we have done Ultimate Island. Banana Calamity is what the was, and we were able to do that. So my biggest tip for this battle, just never separate your characters. Just have them stay relatively close together, and my biggest tip is prioritize enemies first, prioritize secondary enemies after that, and then prioritize bad bananas. Make sure you always prioritize enemies over bananas. If you don't, you're just going to get overwhelmed and killed right away. Otherwise, if you follow something similar to that setup, you should work. Anyways, from finishing this, aha! The Megabug's influence is gone. The islands is free, thanks to my guidance, of course. This is the cutscene for 100%, by the way. Hey, Rabbid Peach, maybe we shouldn't rush back to the Mushroom Kingdom. It is a washing time machine at all. We could go sightseeing, surfing, parasailing, build a bonfire, hold a limbo contest, water bucket relay, comb the beach with a metal detector. Or I could stay here and call this adorable giant furball. And with that, we have successfully finished True 100%. I will show what that is in a minute, but I think it's time to take a break, because we had a lot of challenges, but basically the big gist is follow the route I take, or you can always look up at a different video. The channel, if you guys get enough comments, I might throw a link in the description of what video I use to, in case you want to watch that. That might help you out a bit, but otherwise, just follow exactly what I did, and you'll be fine. By the way, I think I am going to upload this as one video. I know I normally don't do these in one videos, but I think if I split it up, it's going to be awkward, so, because, like, one of them's only 30 minutes, like, I was only done with the other ones in 40 minutes. In fact, I first tried basically both of the first 2 challenges. Well, I first tried the first challenge, and I tried the second challenge with a bit of effort. So, and now I pretty much didn't take long for challenge 4. So, yeah. Anyway, I need to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.